Her scream tore the night open. Not mine, hers. "You're deceiving my son!" The words struck just before the splash. My newborn, small and voiceless, vanished into the river's black throat. I lunged. Nails scraped concrete, my body flung forward, useless, too slow. The current swallowed him before air filled my lungs again. For a moment, the world stilled. The sound of rushing water replaced my heartbeat. My hands, trembling, reached for emptiness. She stood above me, chest heaving, eyes bright with twisted conviction. "You think he's my son's child? You think I'll let you ruin him?" Her voice bled hatred. Mine broke into silence. The river carried away my future, my love, my proof of loyalty. Yet in that same instant, something inside me hardened, like a blade cooling into steel. At first, I believed grief would destroy me, that I would collapse beneath the weight of what she'd done. But grief sharpened instead. Grief turned surgical. She claimed the child wasn't my husband's. Her words echoed like a curse. If I accepted them, I lost everything. If I proved her wrong, I could turn her conviction against her. I replayed her face in my mind, the gleam of certainty. She wasn't doubting, she knew, or thought she did. But how? I remembered whispers between her and him, late-night conversations that ended when I entered the room. I remembered his sudden doubts, his sudden distance, the way his mother's voice seemed to speak louder through him than his own. Pieces began fitting together, slowly, painfully. She wasn't only cruel, she was calculated. She wanted to erase me from their bloodline, to paint me an intruder. If I crumbled now, I would become exactly that. So, I did not crumble. I began watching. I moved through my days with quiet precision, smiling when required, speaking gently, never letting suspicion surface. Behind the mask, I gathered. First, the hospital records, copies of blood types, inconspicuous in their clarity. Then, the quiet arrangement of a DNA test, from what little remained, cord blood, preserved in storage, waiting like a hidden weapon. No one noticed my absences. No one saw the weight I carried in silence. At night, I lay beside my husband, his breathing steady, his trust misplaced. I studied the distance in his eyes, the way he pulled away, as though her whispers carved doubt into his skin. Every word she spoke had infected him. Every look carried the question she had planted. And so, I built my answer, slowly, carefully. She believed she had buried the truth beneath water. She didn't know I had already begun to exhume it. The results came weeks later, sealed in an envelope that pulsed like a second heart in my hand. I opened it alone, light slicing the words into certainty. The child was his, unmistakably. The proof cut deeper than grief ever could. That night, I said nothing. I waited until dinner, until she sat across from me with her son at her side, her face painted with smug serenity. I slid the paper across the table. Not a word. She frowned, opened it, read. Her hands trembled, her breath caught. My husband looked at me, then at her, confusion tightening his jaw. "Mother?" he asked. Her mouth opened. No words came. The silence that followed was louder than her screams at the river. I remained still. I wanted her to feel it, the weight of her own lie, the collapse of her conviction under the weight of evidence undeniable. I leaned forward, voice low. "You drowned your grandson." The words were surgical, sharp, precise. Her face shattered. She reached for excuses, for explanations, for some phantom thread to hold on to. There was none. My husband pushed his chair back, eyes hollow with horror, fixed not on me, but on her. I didn't scream. I didn't demand. I only held his gaze and let him see the truth she had stolen from him, from me, from the child she destroyed. Silence again, heavy, irreversible. I rose, leaving the paper on the table like a gravestone. "Live with it," I whispered, and I walked away. The river still runs in my dreams, black, endless, merciless. But the grief no longer controls me. It has become a blade I carry quietly. She thought she destroyed me, but she destroyed herself, unraveling with every breath she takes. My husband knows the truth. The world knows the truth, and she wakes every day to a silence sharper than punishment. I do not forgive. I do not forget. I only endure. And endurance, in the end, is the coldest form of revenge.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.